Hello, Gemini. Welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. So what's coming up for Gemini? King of Cups. So that's your central card, Gemini, and King of Cups can either represent a water sign, or it can mean having emotional stability, being the master of your emotion. So this could represent that your month is revolving around a water sign person. So that could be Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Or it could just be that you are showing up as the perfect partner. King of Cups is usually the perfect partner, means someone who's emotionally aware, considers the feelings of others, comes from a compassionate, loving, considerate point of view. And so this could either be you, Gemini, showing up as like the perfect partner or the perfect father. Often it is deemed as, although I could say, perfect parent, perfect spouse, someone who is emotionally mature, someone who makes good decisions, someone who considers other people's feelings. So one way or another, this represents stabilizing of your emotions. You're sort of like king of your emotions, in control of your emotions, thinking about things in a compassionate, loving way, and showing up as the ideal emotional version of yourself. So this could either be you or someone else. If this is representing someone else, most likely it is a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. But if this is you, Gemini, then that's the theme. And for some reason, I'm also getting, master of love, showing up as someone who puts love at the forefront, because that's what Cups energy is about. It's water energy, which is emotion and love. So I kind of get, for you, put love first, Gemini. Make that the center of everything you do, because King of Cups has a lot of rich rewards in that area. You may be having a difficult time envisioning what you want. This is your shadow card, Gemini. And so for March, Three of Wands in reverse means having a sense of vision that's not quite available to you. Three of Wands in the upright position means the visionary, the creative. Three is a creative number. And as you can see in the card, Three of Wands is looking out over the empty domain and deciding what he wants to build. Where's my empire going to go? What's it going to look like? What do I want to build? I'm waiting for my ship to come in with all the supplies for what I want to build. So it's kind of a dreaming card. And it's saying, what do I want? What do I want to create? Again, that 3 number of creativity. When this is in shadow and in reverse, both of those are kind of like dampers on it, or just like, I look at it as like a dirty windshield. You can't quite see it. It's there. But the fact that it's in reverse and in the shadow position says there might be something about this that you don't have access to right now. You might be having a hard time dreaming about what it is you want to create next, or what your next landing point is going to look like, or what your next creative project is going to be. I really look at this Three of Wands in reverse and shadow as like writer's block, or when they talk about the blank page staring at you, or the blank canvas, and you're not sure what to start with or where to initiate that next step. Three of Wands just says maybe explore a little, dream. What can help with this is vision boarding. If you cut out pictures of what it is you want to create, or even better, writing down words that describe the emotional feeling of where you want to end up. Like when you describe what your empire is going to look like, or what you want to create, what is filling the space in front of you that you're looking out onto, what are the qualities that you would like to have it embody? And that may help you get a springboard for what it is you'd like to create. So if you're having challenges with that, Gemini, do some exercises that write down words describing what the feeling of what it is that you would like to create, and that may help you with making a plan, getting a vision, making decisions, bringing in something, if instead of just sort of like a barren valley. That can be the feeling of this in reverse in the shadow, not having access to that. And also other people's creativity can sometimes springboard you. So like if you're an artist and you're having creative block, start looking at other art. That can be very inspirational. Or same thing with writing. If you're a writer, read other authors' works that can inspire you. Same thing with music, all that kind of stuff. Whatever it is that you do or that you're trying to create, sometimes looking at a variety of works from others can help you create your own vision or tap into it, bring it to the surface. Because this is here. It's just that when something's in reverse, it's just like it's under the surface. It's inaccessible. And in the shadow position, it's out of sight. You know, you can't see it. It's around the corner. So something that's passing away is Six of Cups. This is the passing away position, and it's in reverse. And I get the sense with this one, it's like letting go of childlike grievances. Six of Cups. I'm getting that it's letting go of pettiness. Six of Cups in the upright position, you can see that there's two children who are innocent here. They're exchanging flowers and cups. It's very sweet, naive, just innocent, full of like the kind of love that children have for one another, or when they're sharing a toy. It's that kind of thing. Or like if a child falls down and another child goes and helps them up. That's very Six of Cups. Six of Cups also means sentimentality. It means reunion with the past, thinking back to a sweeter, simpler time. It can mean people showing up from your past. But I'm getting with it in reverse. Sometimes in reverse, it speaks of cynicism and not letting cynicism creep in. Or I'm just going to say petty differences. That is going to be something that you may be able to let go of, because this is the passing away position. What I'm getting with this, since this is kindness and sweetness in the upright position, in reverse, it can be like childlike arguments, pettiness. That's where I'm getting that word from. Two children fighting, you know, like that small of stuff. It's not really a big deal. It's childlike. So I'm kind of getting that, and I think actually there's another channel on YouTube called Infinite Waters, and he has a great video on how to let that go in 20 seconds or something like that. You'll have to look for it, but when you're trying to let go of something that's petty and insignificant, he has a great video on that. And I get with this card passing away and this card being the central focus, there's a real maturity here from Child of Cups. If you look at these two in conjunction with one another, if you look at Children of Cups to the mature adult of cups, there may be an opportunity for you Geminis to do some real work in terms of letting this childlike part of yourself go, or not so much. You know, childlike parts of ourselves can be very good, but because this is in reverse, this is sort of like a negative childlike part of ourselves. It's kind of like something we want to let go of. It's when we're showing up as that 4-year-old tyrant or something, you know, when we're stamping our feet and throwing a tantrum. What this is showing me with these two positions and this in reverse is that anything that's sort of like impetuous child, or, you know, throwing a fit, or the childlike qualities that aren't positive, that's passing away. And this one is what's emerging. This is what's here. So I'm really getting a sense, Gemini, some way in which you come into your adulthood. And this is acknowledging of your own emotions. If you're already an adult, it may just be that you are letting go of some old emotional baggage from childhood, healing from it perhaps, because this is going to be passing away. It could be like the loss also of a childhood friend, or someone that you know from the past. But it's just making you all the more compassionate and treasuring of life, because he's very centered in what people feel in the moment. So this is rather nice, Gemini, for you. For it's a maturity level. And then I do see Queen of Swords in reverse for the approaching influence. Now this could traditionally be an air sign, Libra. This could be you, Gemini, as well. So if you are involved with a water sign person, then most likely this is you and this is them. because the Queen and the King are usually a couple. And there may be some missing, like not seeing eye to eye, because she's in reverse, he's upright. So he's looking at things this way, and she's looking at things from 100% 180 degree. So if this is you, Gemini, there's potential that you may have differences with a water sign person, especially if they're your spouse or significant other. Keep in mind that they are on your side. This is someone who's showing up honestly. They're trying to be an ally. They're trying to be supportive, but they may just not see things the way that you're seeing them. So keep that in mind. This also, Queen of Swords, can represent someone who is very direct in their speaking. Swords represent thoughts and ideas and beliefs, and so she's very usually clear on what she thinks and what she says. Queen of Swords is in alignment with the truth here. That's the sword that she holds up. But in the reverse position, she may not be seeing things clearly. So, just make sure that you are honest with yourself. If you are represented here, if you identify with Queen of Swords, make sure that you're being honest with yourself, because there's something coming up in the future that you may not, there's something that's rapidly approaching that you need to be 100% honest with yourself. Otherwise, your own creative personal power is going to be out of whack. That's what's being highlighted for you. Magician is being able to create the results we want. Now, it's kind of related to this, if you think about it. This is creative visioning, and this is putting it into practice and action. So you have to think about what you want to create first, and then this is creating it. So if this is challenged, this may be also. And that's what's highlighted here, is that until you put your conscious mind in a focused, clear direction, in one direction. Remember, he's single-minded. It's the one card. It's the first, other than the Fool, which is the 0 card, this is the first numbered card of the major arcana. So this means focus. It means creation, creativity, power, connecting to your own personal power. It means drawing things from the etheric realm down here to the physical world, and it means relying upon all the different resources. So there's the sword, which represents thought, cups, which represent emotion, the coin, which represents the physical world and physical matter, and then the rod, the flowering rod, which represents life and energy, life force, passion, enthusiasm, all of those things. So what Magician does is he fuses all of these elements and creates whatever he wants. So with this highlighted in reverse, it's saying that there may be a challenge to your own ability to create the results that you want. And I'm going to say that if you can get clear, because this is so murky over here, this is in reverse and in shadow, if you can get clear on what your vision is, and what your aim is and your goal of what you want to create, that may help you turn this guy around. If you can turn this around, then it's going to be more likely that you can rely on the support of this person, whoever this King of Cups is, to get here. And that may also help you feel more like yourself and see things more eye to eye. So I like the fact that you're letting go of any childlike differences. I'm almost even seeing that this is the younger form of the king and queen. This is the young king, the young queen as children, and upside down they're like grabbing the cups away from each other, like, this is mine. No, this is mine. It's lost all sense of innocence, all sense of sweetness. So as that goes away, then these two can perhaps begin to see eye to eye, and you can see that this person's here to support you, or if you identify more with this person, you can see that being compassionate might be a better way than being direct and sharp with words. I'm just offering those as what the cards are saying. So my goal for you is to really turn this Magician around, because that's highlighted for you for March. It's creative, personal power, ability to create the results that you want. And getting clear on your vision is going to help you do that, Gemini, for March. So let's see by the weeks what's going on each week. For week 1, we have 5 swords, which means I call this card picking up the pieces. So you can see that the sun is setting on a battle, and this figure is collecting the swords that are left over on the battlefield. And swords, as we've said before, represent your element of air, Gemini, which is thoughts, ideas, beliefs, information, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. So what this card always tells me is that there's something to be gained from, there's spoils of war or spoils from conflict. So even though the sun has set on the conflict, there are things to be gained. And what I also sometimes say about this card is hindsight is 20/20. So after the conflict has happened, there are new insights and new wisdom, new knowledge that are really rewards when you look back and you kind of learn from the situation, or you see, what is it that I can gain from this? What is it that I can learn? What new information can I collect now that this thing is over? Or what, since this battle is over, am I going to leave it behind and then see what I can take forward with me? So that's a theme for the first week of March, Gemini, is take what you can from any battle that has happened or an ongoing conflict that may be wrapping up, and see what you can learn from it, see what knowledge, wisdom, understanding, new ideas, beliefs you can gather and take with you as sort of new rewards, new information. For week 2, we have Knight of Rods. This is going to make you very bold, confident. This guy is a very courageous person. Knight of Wands, he'll rush into any battle and he goes for it. Knights are often about balancing energies. So on one side, on the high side, he can be very brave, he can be courageous, he can be daring, he goes for it, he's energetic, enthusiastic, passionate, fiery. On the low side, it can turn up as arrogance or cockiness or being foolhardy, leaping before you look. So this can be either feeling this way, you embodying the archetype of Jack of Wands, Jack of Fire, which means being, daring, bold, confident, newly invigorated, passionate, or it could be a literal fire sign that comes into your environment. So this could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries person. And this could be someone who's in your family or friends, or just, perhaps someone that a love interest. He is a knight after all. But because there's the king and the queen here, he's really more of an accessory player. He's not in the immediate spread. So this could be someone who is trying to get in on one of these people in this relationship, potentially. Or this could be like one of your kids, fire sign kid. Or it also could be you embodying the qualities of Knight of Fire, which is, like I said, courageous, daring, bold, all of those things. So whoever this person is going to be featured during the second week of March. And then the third week of March, I'm going to say don't play by the rules, because, respect the rules, but you don't have to make your own rules, is what I'll say. Do things according to your own plan, because Emperor in reverse, this is usually Emperor has to do with law and order, with foundation, with law, with the military, with structure, with he rules his empire, and he hands laws down and says you must follow them. These are my rules, so you're gonna take those in tow, and you're gonna abide by them. With him in reverse, this may be like letting go of parental rules or from generations past. This may mean that the law is not in your favor. It can mean that whoever has authority is not exercising it correctly. Because Emperor in the upright position is usually very, he's very, what the laws are, and that you need to abide them. He's kind of like a police officer where who, a good police officer who says this is the law and you need to abide it, and they see everyone equally. He usually is hand in hand with justice. But when he's in reverse, it's saying that he doesn't have your best interests in mind. The laws aren't really applicable to you anymore. This is like outdated thinking sometimes. So I'm going to say you may have to, with these two cards in reverse, I'm going to say you may have to dream up your own empire, because the old rules of the empire aren't working for you anymore. The old structure isn't working for you. Whatever's worked for you in the past, in terms of how you've always conducted yourself, because this is really a card of conduct as well. Whatever rules were kind of subconscious that you played by, they're not going to work for you towards the end of March. You're going to have to rely on your own creativity and building your own empire, envisioning what you want to create, because otherwise you start to feel imprisoned by this guy. You start to feel like, maybe I'm just doing the same thing over and over again, and it's not getting me anywhere. I feel like I am, what are those words, a serf in the kingdom, or I just feel like, he's the one with all the wealth and I'm just the peasant. So I'm going to say you can't really subscribe to his world at the third. Whoever you identify that as authority or government or prior generations, whoever held emperor status in your world, even if it's just rules that you had for yourself from the past, it's not going to work for you anymore. It's in reverse for the third week of March. So what I'm seeing too is that these four cards that are surrounding here really have to do with you stepping into your creativity, your creation of the results that you want. And then you get to this place by the end of March of feeling very free, feeling very open, feeling supported by the universe. This is a card of fulfillment. It's a card of, sometimes I've seen this depicted as world peace, but it's when you feel free and released. There's a big difference between this card and this card. This card says, I'm going to collect taxes from you. You belong to me. You're in my empire. You're on my turf. You're on my land. My rule goes. This card is really about, I'm free from all of that. I can do things my own way. I feel complete. I don't feel restricted. This is a real card of not feeling restricted. So it's a card of freedom and completion and victory. So by the end of March, Gemini, I get the sense, this is also right side up, so I get the sense that whatever is lacking in terms of your creative vision, getting the results that you want, all of that, I get the sense that you're going to challenge the status quo, or what has been established for you, the authority that kind of rules over you without your explicit consent, that you break free from that, and that you end up feeling very supported by the world. There's nothing that says you have to do things this way. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to put those in the comments. But that's my reading for you, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to also give me your comments about the tarot mat, whether that works for you and you like it, or if you prefer me to go back to the old format. And then if you have a Gemini friend that you think may enjoy this reading, please feel free to share it with them. As always, feel free to like or subscribe. And as always, I just want to thank everyone so much for watching. Yours in the stars.